So you saw the thumbnail. Today we're talking about backstabbing Hollywood. And who are we talking about in particular? Shannon Sharpe. It's a lot of people mad at Shannon Sharpe. They're mad about his success, but why? Have you guys heard about Shannon Sharpe's background? He grew up without a bathroom, and so did my mother. And my mother's mother didn't get a bathroom until my father had one built. When you grow up like that, it's different. So when I hear people's life story, I never judge because my mother grew up dirt poor and her way out was marriage. At the time, my father was working 2 to 3 jobs and in school. No excuses. These men on the internet, all they got is excuses of what they can't do and what they ain't gonna do. Now let's get back to Shannon Sharpe because he is a perfectionist to the core. He brushes his teeth 10 times a day. And we know he works out like crazy. He has a very strict regimen for success. And you have the men hating on Shannon Sharpe because they're watching him do these crazy numbers on YouTube. Plus, he's hopping on and off jets on camera, and the men are losing it. But why? We all see the glitz and glam of Shannon Sharpe, but we don't understand the time that he's putting in. The blood, sweat, and tears, being sleep deprived. We don't think about that. If you're a man hating on Shannon Sharpe and you're sleeping 8 to 10 hours a night, you got your answer why you're not in his position. I have horrible sleeping habits that I developed in college. You can call me at 3 in the morning and I'm wide awake doing thumbnails. I don't feel comfortable sitting back hating on people that are successful because I understand they're putting in a lot of time and effort and they're sleep deprived. Nobody hates better than us. We hate each other so much, it's pathetic. And we absolutely hate money. You know how I know? Because all these other races and cultures, they understand coming together is a win. When you come together, put your brain together, and get money together, it's a win. We constantly get laughed at because we don't understand business. All we understand is hate. And will it get better anytime soon? Absolutely not. We're going to continue to do the same shit. And then you got men, black men, coming at black women about Taylor Swift, promoting Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is highly into witchcraft. You might want to do your research. You got men saying, oh, women need to be like Taylor Swift. Oh, I need to be in witchcraft? Oh, okay, say less. Taylor Swift loves the number 13 and she loves to write it on her wrist. Now go do your research. I can't do everything for you. But I'll tell you this, when you go deep dive in that rabbit hole, the Swifties are talking about how Taylor hops from dick to dick to dick. They basically call her a whore, and they talk about her witchcraft. Allegedly, of course, because I've never seen her do a ritual live on camera. Now, let's keep it all the way honest. When you're non-black, your wholeness can be deleted. And number 2, they don't mind the witchcraft. Okay, let's scratch Taylor off the list. What we got next? Oh, Alicia Keys and USHER. Y'all call him Usher. I call him USHER. Go ahead and put Alicia Keys and USHER on the screen. Roll the camera. I have never seen Alicia Keys in so much bliss. She looks so blissful, and the men are mad, but the men got to understand the Hollywood life and your life is not the same. Stop comparing. People are saying that Alicia Keys is in an open marriage. I wouldn't be surprised. It's Hollywood. A lot of black men are stuck in the matrix, and if you bet it against the Kansas City Chiefs, you're really stuck in the matrix. I don't think it's any hope for you because everybody and their grandmother knew that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. Now that Usher is wrapping his arms around all these beautiful stars, guess what everybody's bringing up? The fact that he has herpes. Wait a minute, I can't say fact because I can't confirm it. No matter if he has herpes or not, all these celebrity women are supporting him in Las Vegas. And Usher just got married. His new wife is like, hey, I don't care if you hug women, just bring home the money. You got guys getting mad at Usher And Swiss Beats isn't even mad at Usher. He understands that it's Hollywood and it's part of the game. I don't understand why people compare their lives to celebrities. It's two totally different worlds. Anyways, let's move on to a former prisoner who talks about how women need to give him money to see him.
You couldn't even visit me in prison until you sent me at least $2,500. Like, that was like the hurdle. Like, if you thought, like, you got to pay IUA. You got to pay IUA.
$2,500
me until $2,500 was clear.
Visit a nigga in prison.
Yes. Because this is the thing. This is what you're paying for.
I thought I heard it all.
You want me? I give it to you up here. Yeah, we got time to fucking day. So first and foremost, it was $2,500 just for them to even be able to see me in person. That's gonna cost you. Because I know for
it costs more to see you than Usher.
Because I knew for a fact that I was providing things that they were not getting. See, what you have to understand about the world and why I was able to navigate it like that, first of all, I look away. Second of all, I'm intelligent. Third, my conversation is fucking world spending, right? And on top of that, I can give you something that they're not going to give you out in the world. I can really give you time and attention. So first of all, you got to pay me to listen to your problems.
Paying for the experience.
You have to pay me to act like I'm concerned. And that's what I am. And then when you come see me, you know, I come hug you, my.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Men are the better gold diggers, and they make no apologies for it. But women, on the other hand, they make all kinds of apologies for loving a man with money, when actuality, it's none of our business what you like. We are the only group of people that apologize for liking money. I mean, goddamn, we got to get it together. And then you got black men saying they don't want to date black women because they're too expensive. Well, I know you never been with a white woman that's a bad bitch because you're going to have to pay 10 times as much. Hell, 100 times as much. And my thing is, you don't have to lie. If you love white women, just say that. You don't have to make up all these damn excuses. That's a waste of time. People have a right to like what they like, whether you're a man or a woman. But if you're just making up excuses to jump the fence, that's whack. Next clip.
When a guy actually likes you, he will literally move every single cubicle out of the way. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
Men are not hard. It's like if they want something, they'll literally let you know.
I know.
So if you're feeling confused or lost, it's
for a
because
reason.
they don't want you.
If you're with a man and he has you constantly jumping through hoops and you trying to figure out if he likes you or not, he doesn't. When a man is into you, he's not going to waste your time. But if he doesn't like you, he will waste all your time. It doesn't take a man 10 years to figure out if he wants to marry you or not. You have so many black women that are in these relationships that are 5 years plus, and they're just having babies, and the man won't get them a ring. What are you doing? Black women move like they don't have choices out here, and you very much do have choices. Don't listen to these idiots. They figured since their mother didn't have choices that you don't have choices, but me and your mother aren't the same. The reason why men talk down on women so much is because they are lonely and they want you to lower your standards so they can have a chance with you. Basically, it's weak psychology. And the sad part is, it's working on a lot of women. But you gotta wake up. Next clip, please.
You like black girls?
Yeah.
Okay, so me or Black History Month?
Pardon me?
Me or Black History Month?
You.
Why me?
Why not?
Okay, me or Black History Month?
Repeat that question again. You or Black History Month?
Which one will you choose?
Right now, probably be you. Go ahead.
Why me?
You're a nice, attractive looking young lady. Go ahead.
Oh.
And
So you love your history?
yes, I do love history. I majored in history.
Period. So why you choosing me over history?
Because I know enough about history, but I don't know enough about you.
Basketball or me? Damn.
Black women, no matter which shade of black you are attractive to many men. So when these black men are saying, oh, black women aren't that attractive, if that's the case, neither are you, with your coarse hair and broad nose and big lips. We got the same features. Black men talk about black women as if they're not black, but then they get their wake-up call when they get pulled over by a cop. Isn't that interesting? And now let's move on to some serious news.
I find it very weird that no one is talking about how there were 6 Nigerian billionaires who died in a plane crash mysteriously while on their way to the Super Bowl, and how Biden just posted this cryptic ass message right after they died. The CEO of one of the largest banks in the country was on a helicopter with pilots, family, and the CEO/chairman of the Nigeria Stock Exchange when their helicopter mysteriously caught fire and crashed while on their way to the Super Bowl. And what are the odds that Biden on his presidential X account drops this photo with glowing red eyes and this weird caption that shocks all of America? And the caption for this picture that he actually posted on the presidential Twitter account was "just like we drew it up," and everyone thought that they were talking about the Super Bowl when they weren't. I honestly believe that this is what they were talking about. And if you are unfamiliar with the Nigerian Stock Exchange and what they have going on right now with America and just the overall fight for power, money, and greed, you need to pay attention to what is going on. One of the people on that aircraft was a chief executive of Access Bank, and his wife and his son were among those 6 people that were on board, and it went down shortly after 10 p.m. on Interstate 15, and all 6 people were killed, including 2 pilots and the former chairman of NGX Group, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And what's so crazy, it is saying that authorities are investigating it, which means to me they may suspect foul play. They are trying to say that this could take up to 2 years. This entire investigation could take up to 2 years, and they are calling it a terrible tragedy. The Super Bowl was a giant ritual. And those people in that helicopter, think about it. If you take out the owner and CEO of a large bank, one of the largest banks in the country, you take off his wife and you take out his son, who is left to get the money? Think about it.
Now, what would the conspiracy theorists say? They would say this man was taken out for his money, power, and influence. Is it a reach? Money is the root of all evil. I remember when I first graduated from college and I had my little job and I had some money in the bank and I had the gold jewelry on my neck. I had the big ass college ring, the Louis Vuitton hat, the scarf, the boots, all of that. And my parents said, if you don't go take that bullshit off before you get robbed out here. And not only did I take it off, I sold all that shit. I completely understand why white people who are millionaires and billionaires move the way they move. I understand why they dress down. I understand why they don't have the most expensive car, because you make yourself a target. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Good night.